about getting busyness out of your business. For those who do not know me, my name is Sequel Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Power Pro Assistance, your one-stop shop, a virtual assistant agency to get all your services from us, this team right here. And I'm just going to allow my team to introduce themselves. Bree?
Hi, my name is on the Power Pro team as one of the social media managers as well.
Awesome. Cora?
Hi, I'm Cora, and I am the support team as well as a project manager.
Jazzy.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jazzy. I'm the executive virtual assistant and client manager of Power Pro Assistance.
Casey?
Hey everyone, I am Casey Almeida and I'm the online business manager at Power Pro Assistance and also one of the client managers.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk about a topic, getting busyness out of a business. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is creating SLPs. SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedures, okay? And we want to talk about how important it is to have these. If you're a busy business owner, whether you are a woman in business, a nonprofit, corporation, doesn't matter what type of business it is, you can be busy whether you're solo or you have a team. It's just so many things that go on in the business. And in order for us to have order, organization, right, and know where things are at, we should be creating SOPs in our business. So SOPs can be something whereas it could be as little as how to operate my desk, right? What are the things that you need to do in order for you to find things on my desk? So if I was working in a corporation, then I will have a desk manual so that if I'm out for any reason, someone can just read my manual and say, hey, well, who calendar do I need to have access to? Or what are the managers? What are the staff members? And what are their names? What's the org chart, right? Well, if you are a virtual business, this is even more important for you to have these SOPs in place because you're not in person. You have a virtual team. We have a virtual team, and Bree introduced herself as a social media manager, Cora as a project manager, Jasmine as a client manager and an EVA, and Casey as an OBM. Each one of us have to have SOP so that if Bree wants to go on a 2-week vacation, someone can go into her SOPs and know exactly what needs to be done for a certain client's platform. Her team, under the marketing, they would know exactly what needs to be done because she has a step-by-step guide on how this client likes it, what the client branding colors are, what are their fonts, how often do they get posted, what templates, where the templates are located, things like that. So those are very important to have an SOP. I know for me, I know they need an SOP for me because I'm busy and I'm all over the place. So they even have a folder called Manage TQA. So in order for me to explain certain things or give them a step-by-step guidance on how to support me, I will have to create these videos. So these are the ways that you can create a SOP. Some of us don't like to write, right? I know I don't like to write. So why not do it in a video, right? You have a computer, you have all these tools that you can use, Loom, Zoom, Google Meet, all these platforms that you can use that you can record exactly what you do on a platform or a database or explaining your calendar, your email and things like that and make it so easy. And then you can have that video for your virtual assistant or whoever or what type of person that you're going to, a position that you're hiring a person for, so that you have these SOPs for them for that specific position. And then they have the videos on how to. You can also hire a virtual assistant to transcribe it for you as well, to put it in documents so that you have it as video and also in written form. So this is so important. So I'm going to turn it over to Bree. And Bree, if you want to expand on how important SLPs is, that will be awesome.
Cool. So SOPs are very important. I know we started working and recently to kind of clients and, you know, not only just explain it, but be able to provide me like an SOP. That way I can go back constantly, bothering her if she's busy and still get the work done and that way and be happy that it's getting done without, until she gets out of that meeting or so they're very important. It keeps the company, which you always want just because, you just want things to constantly keep. I think they're super duper important.
Awesome. Thank you, Bree, for sharing that. So Cora came into this agency and she was like, oh no. Oh no. I cannot operate like this. So I'm going to send it over to Cora and let us know.
I was not like that. But SOPs are important. It's just as important as getting your business license. I don't think a lot of times people realize emergency happens. And when emergency happens, you need somebody to come and step in. The problem is nobody has taken the time to build the roadmap. There's no one there to pick up the pieces. And so SOPs kind of help bridge that gap, but it's not a one and done process. So while I would love to say you get to create the SOP and check it off your list, it does not work like that. It's kind of like everything else in your business. You gotta, check in on it. And it depends. If it is something that there's sometimes where it's a SOP, you just gotta check in on quarterly. Sometimes it's yearly, sometimes it's monthly because the platform may change. So if you use ClickUp, what worked for ClickUp in January of this year may not work at this particular time, as we have learned in our wonderful team. And so you have to go back and update those, but it saves. I had a friend, she was telling me how one of her coworkers ended up with a serious medical condition and they put him on leave and they were giving her work and she had nowhere to she don't know where to look. No one ever He didn't say, okay, I house these files here. I house this file there. And so they're like, you didn't complete the work. And she's like, I'm still trying to find the work that we're looking for me to complete it. A simple SOP would have just been able, and it keeps you organized. I know like a lot of people don't think that, but it does, because if you say you're going to keep it in your drive 9 out of 10, you got to keep that drive organized so that they can go find it. So SOP saves your lives. It's important and it allows for you to not get gray hairs earlier than expected.
You are so right, girl. You are so right. But like you said, those are important, especially when there's an emergency or something happen, and things unfortunately do happen. So as it see what happened in the pandemic, right? A lot of us didn't know what to do or how to do it, and we had to pivot, right? So having those SOPs and keep updating them, keep going back to them and updating them is so important. So, just in case the emergency come up, you as a CEO, someone can pick up where you left off and keep the business running. So Jasmine, your thoughts?
So I think that SOPs are important because it just keeps you organized and it eliminates misinformation. So if you have a strategy or like a workflow, those SOPs can, organized and keep them together. And I just wanted to give example of the SOPs that not Tikwa, Casey and Cora and I did, where I recorded the video and Cora transcribed the video, and then Casey formatted the video, and now anybody can execute those tasks because of that. And I just thought that was really cool because, I got to record it and it turned into an effective way. So they're very important.
Yeah, I also think that whenever you have it laid out and you have the videos to transcribe from, leaving those videos on it, because people learn differently. People take in information differently, and I think all of us on the team do as well. So getting multiple viewpoints and being able to pull information from where each person learns the best is a huge plus. And because I just am a systems person, I want links everywhere. Like if it's not hyperlinked, it's not organized in my opinion. So having all of us like go in and check it and making sure that we have the right location, the right steps, and multiple eyes on it for accuracy is super important as well.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, for giving your thoughts on the SLPs and how important it is, right? So the next topic we're going to talk about is delegate the task that takes up too much time. So we all busy business owners, right? And there are maybe some recurring tasks that gets on your nerve. It's like, oh my God, I got to keep doing this day after day, week after week, month after month. And I just don't want to do it no more, right? It may be stuff that you just don't like to do, okay? And it just takes up too much time. So that's a sign that you need to hire someone. Hire someone that is, that's their zone of genius, that they love to do it, like an administrative assistant, a virtual assistant, an EVA, which is an executive virtual assistant. These are the people that love to do what they love to do. They love doing administrative stuff because they can focus on making sure that you look good. So you don't have to worry about all the tedious tasks or the mundane tasks and recurrent tasks because you have somebody doing that for you. And that frees up your time now. Whatever time, and the statistic says that it's 40% administrative work that you're doing administrative work. So that 40% is a lot of time. And when I first started my business, I spent a lot of time on these tedious tasks, making sure this is right and that's right, the writing, the proofreading, the editing. I was doing everything. I had like 10 hands in my business, and I wasn't really focusing on my zone of genius, on what I love to do. And when that happens, sometimes people tend to want to give up on their business, or it's like, you know what, this is, it's not fun anymore, right? And we got into business because we love what we do. And we wake up every day and this is what we want to do. And this is what we love to do. Bree does executive assistant, and she do social media. Cora she's the support, and she loves doing projects, and she loves making things pretty and nice. Okay. Jasmine, she is an EVA, and she loves I think that she drives on what you got to do. What is it? Give me your list. What you gotta do? Let me do what this is. So it's like the adrenaline in her is like, okay, give me what you does. You said that you stress, you're overwhelmed. So just give it to me. Tell me, give me all the stuff that I need. So she's good with that. If to have someone who loves what they do, that's who you want on your team. Casey is order. She's militant, okay? It's like, these are the things that we're going to take care of. These are the action items. This is what you have to do. This is the goals that we're focused on. She keeps us right, getting us back on track, not focusing on other things, but focusing on the things that we need to be focused on, which is our goals. So she's good with that. Or she's good with putting processes in place. So this is why she's so good with ClickUp, because she keep us together, she keep us organized, and then she want to keep our clients happy as well. So these are the tasks, these are things that these ladies love. Use them in their zone of genius. Whether it's us as an agency to help you with those things, or if you hire a virtual assistant, to help you with some of the things in your business. So we're going to talk about Next thing we're going to talk about is outsource items that need your direct attention. So outsourcing those items, I'm going to turn it over to Casey to kick us off with this one.
Yeah, so when you have items that don't need your direct attention, as long as you have, back to our original point, an SOP in place, anybody can pick that up for you. So you get to start to like let go. When you start to let go, you can focus on the bigger picture and you can get a little bit of your passion back, because I'm sure you are in business because you're passionate about something. Most entrepreneurs are, because they want to do what they love for work and they don't want to feel like work. And so the moment it starts feeling like work is when you know you need to outsource those things. So with starting with an SOP for those tasks that don't need your direct attention, you give somebody a step-by-step guide, they can take it from there, and then as you're building that trust with that person and they're delivering well on the task that you've assigned, then you get into more of those things like, okay, what's next? This may need my direct attention, but could it need maybe just my approval before submission, opposed to not being in it at all? So really like building your way up and building that trust with your VA is also really important.
Awesome. Cora, your thoughts?
So what I've noticed is when you begin to create SLPs, it'll start to let you know how much time you're dedicating to that task. I think a lot of times as business owners, you're just so used to, it got to get done. I'm going to do it. But you don't realize like, oh, this took me 4 hours. Well, that's 4 hours you could have gave to somebody else and you could actually been making money for those 4 hours instead of doing the admin. But it also, you begin to, nobody wants to resent their business. And after, 40% of admin work is a lot of time when you think about that in a week time span. It's not like, oh, that's a lot of time dedicated on tasks that essentially you're not going to get an ROI on that. It's just tasks that needs to be completed, but you're not making money while you're doing those tasks. That's where you get to have a business partner that you're kind of paying for, but you get a business partner and a friend that you get to vent about your business while helping you make it successful. But now you get to go make more money. So now you're actually getting a return. You are not paying them. Your business is actually paying them because you don't have to worry. You can go on that business trip and do your conference and know that the back end stuff is done. You don't got to worry about the emails. You don't got to worry about the nagging missed flight. You don't got to worry about none of that. You have a team that is behind you to take all care of that, and you just get to go and practice and fulfill your passion. And I think a lot of times you're scared. You're always going to be scared. Don't nobody tell you that when you hire your first anything, you're not going to be scared. You're going to be scared, and there will be bumps. Like it's you're dating. Just get over it. You're dating. There's going to be quirks. There's going to be things you like, but it's a conversation. But I remember hiring. My line of genius is not social media at all. And I remember I was taking a marketing class, and my teacher was like, if it's not your line of genius, then you pay for somebody else to do it so you can step into your line of genius. And I don't think I had ever in all my classes heard anybody tell me that. They were like, if you're a business owner, if you can do it, just suck it up and do it. And I'm like, but this is really not, I'm not good at this. When I met Tikwa was like, so you're really great in this area, but I think it's time for you to invest. And I was like, but I can do it. She was like, yeah, there's things we can do, but we all shouldn't do them. This is yours. And I had to accept that. And it was hard because I was like, you want me to trust my baby without my time, sweat, and soul and hand it over? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I did it. I tried it and then I decided, oh, this was the best thing ever. And I was like, so now I have somebody else I have my list of all the stuff that not my line is genius, and we just hand it off. But you build a relationship. It's the greatest thing ever. You'll love it.
Thank you. Thank you, Cora. I like that you said that, I don't like social media. That's not my thing. I don't want to do it. So staying within your line of genius. And a lot of us get caught up with that and say, well, I can't afford a virtual assistant. You can't afford not to have a virtual assistant, because if you're being drowned with a lot of recurring tasks and things that you don't like, and you're not investing in your business so that you can make time and make money, then I don't see the sense in that. When people say, well, I can't afford a virtual assistant, you can start off with the smallest package. That smallest package can make an impact in your life, in your business, because that 10 hours a month, those recurring tasks could go right to a virtual assistant to just take care of the recurring tasks. So now you have that time. Now, oh, I don't got to focus on that. Oh, I can now take some time and do this. Now I can take one more client. Now that my email is all organized and everything, I don't have to go digging, trying to find an email or miss emails, miss opportunities. So when you don't hire someone to help you, you miss that big deal that may have came in and it's too late. Believe me, that happened to me. Someone sent me an email. I have like so much emails. When I finally was going through my emails, they were looking for a virtual assistant. By the time I contacted them, they didn't even respond back. Okay. So you will miss opportunities like that. So I'm going to hand it over to Jasmine. Jasmine, you have any thoughts on that? The outsourcing items that you don't need.
Right. Yeah, outsourcing items that don't need your direct attention. So I was going to say, some people don't even want to outsource those items. Sometimes they believe that those tasks that don't need their direct attention is tasks that, needs their direct attention, right? And that's due to fear. So when like when delegating those tasks, and like Casey said, Cora said, that trust, building that trust with the VA, and understanding that once those is off your plate, you have more time to do more and make more money and, learn more, if anything. So that's just what I wanted to add was, fear can hold you back from so much. Let go of the fear, and you got to trust somebody. Pray on it. That's what Tika say. Pray on it.
Thank you, Jasmine. Bree.
I mean, everyone things. I definitely, a lot of people are their baby being a business, but time broke they are. There are things with time for vacation, so it gives you that sense of time, attention to other things.
Awesome. Thank you, Bree. So that is the importance of hiring a team or a VA. You have some powerful women that is here on this live, and the reason why I have them part of my team, because one, it was a prayer of mine, and number two is that they work in their zone of genius. And when you hire people, you want to hire people who are expert in what they do. So it's not only we are expert at what we do, we love what we do, and then also we work well together. We can laugh. Some days, some people may be a little off, but that's okay. We pray together every Monday. If someone is going through something, we pray about it. We check in on each other to make sure. It's very important. So this is why having a team that cares about your business is important. If you have people that I remember one of my coaches said, I know I was having some issues with one of my VAs at one time. And then she says that, well, you have to decide. You're the CEO of your business. You have to decide that, do you want people who is going to be on the sideline with you to help you grow your business, or you're looking for people that just looking for this as a side hustle when, you know, they're good at what they do, but they really don't really care about it. Just like it's just another paycheck. And I had to really think about that going forward, making decisions. So when you're a CEO, there's important decisions that you have to make. And I'm one of those people. It's like, oh my God, I have a heart for everybody. It's like, no, you know, she needs this extra for, you know, this and that and all that stuff. But I also have to put on the CEO hat as well, and then also care for my business and hire the best of the best in the that's in alignment with my business, that want to grow with the business and also grow with you. So when you think about hiring a team, those are some of the things that you should be looking for, other than just taking care of the task. Now, some clients, they don't care about all that stuff. It's just that they just want you to get the work done. And those are not the type of clients that we want. We want clients that care and want to grow with us, and they want to learn with us as well. Jasmine has a client that loves her. They love her suggestions. They love the certain things that she comes up with, and they will say, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's try that." You know, or I think, Jasmine, it was something that you said that you did by mistake, and one of the clients was like, "Oh, I like this. Let's use this," and it wasn't meant for her. So talk about that.
So we create agendas for almost everything. We create task lists and checklists and so on and so forth. So I created my checklist on top of a task that she had assigned me. And, you know, I checked off my task list. And then after everything was done, instead of me deleting it like I usually do, I actually sent it to her. And she loved it. I was so shocked, though, because it wasn't supposed to be there.
That's okay. It was meant for her to see that you are on it. And even though she already knows that, just because she can see just the actions and the results that they get in their business, but just seeing it in black and white, like, oh wow, she's efficient, she's organized, she's on point, you know, it's a good feeling as well. Especially when clients is like, oh my God, that's a great idea. Let's try this. Let's see if it works, you know, and then they want to know what else we have. So, you know, they want to work with Casey now because Casey is good with systems, and they getting their systems up together. So this is why we say we're one shop stop, or one stop shop. How about you say it, Casey? One shop stop, one stop.
One stop shop. That's how you know we're all business partners, right? It's one stop shop. It's just our slogan.
Exactly. I get tongue tied. To getting, you know, your things done, you know, whether it's marketing or social media. Executive assistant is our signature services. You know, we know how important it is to be an executive and be a business partner to you in your business. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is creating daily agendas to organize your day. So I know for me, it works well. And I just want to talk about my day in a life and Tikwa's life. Everybody's is going to be different. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is thank God that I was able to open up my eyes to see my children again, you know, able to touch the ground and walk and physically know that I'm physically healthy. And then I'm like, okay, Lord, you know, thank you for this, and getting my son together. And once he's out the door, that's when I do my praise and worship. And then I'm like, okay, what's the agenda for today? So I have my board here, and it says God approved agenda this week. And then I have from 1 to 4. And then I have write the vision. I always have write the vision and what's the purpose of it, right? So I write down the 4 things, and I'm like, all right, God, what is these things that I did? I write down the 4 things that I feel that I should be working on. However, once you come out of prayer and you look at it, and it's like, okay, you start crossing it out. It's like, okay, that's not what God wanted me to God wanted me to do, because I'm about to cross it out. It's something else that He want me to focus on. So this is what is so important as a faith-based business, is because we don't do anything without God. God is our source to everything that we do. We get our direction. His plan is our plan, And also he ordered our footsteps for the day. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this business. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this team. Okay. So just being able to worship him every single day and get direction from him is helping me help others as well, because I didn't get into this business just to make money. We all, yes, that's one of the reasons. We want to make money. We want to make sure that our families are taken care of. But also, what is the purpose, right? If God is helping you build this empire, it's not for just us. It's not for just our family. It's for us to help others. So this is why we have this everybody have their zone of genius, because they're able to help others and help you. If you're a nonprofit and you're for the community, you have people who love the community and love their community and love helping others. So there's a lot of reasons and the reason and the purpose that we are here, and we are stepping into our zone of genius. And these are the people that you want to work with. So ladies, if y'all have anything, anybody can raise their hand and talk about creating that daily agenda to organize themselves.
Yeah, so we put it over here in the private chat, but I think what you had on the board was great, and it needs to go in the team chat each week. So everybody agreed and then got off on their own.
Yes, I was getting distracted because I'm like, look, I was like, probably.
But that definitely needs to go in the team chat. But as far as like daily agenda, I'm right there with Tikwa. I'm all about them. Mm-hmm. And I have a client specifically that it's a lot of tasks per day. It's a lot of things.
Talk about that, please.
Very easily go over hours, like very quickly, if I don't have that agenda in place. So I have a task list that I prep the day prior. So when I start the day, I know what tasks need immediate attention. I know what's priority. I know what needs to be done. And as I'm working on it, other stuff is constantly coming in. So taking all of that incoming information, and I draft an update and I put it in Slack. So if you don't know what Slack is, it's a instant messaging software, an app. So I use it very heavily across all my devices. So if I'm in the kitchen, I'm out doing something, it's on my watch. But I always have it open on my computer. So constantly have it in there, and it has an edit feature where you can edit your message. So we implemented a system, and we implemented a template basically, and it says updated with the date and the time. So because you can edit the message, we go in and we edit it throughout the day, and we change the time of when it was last updated, so that our clients can come in at any time throughout the day and they can see that live update from us on like what's getting done. And like Jazzy said earlier, like it's a task list, what's getting done, what needs our clients direct attention, and what are their action items that they need to be doing, because that's essentially our responsibility as well, is keep up with their action items. So keeping all of that top of mind by using an agenda. And if it doesn't get seen because our clients are busy, because that's what we're talking about, is get the busyness out of your business. They're always busy. So if it doesn't get seen, I put it everywhere. No shame. I put it in Slack. I put it on the calendar. I send it again in Slack. I send it in an email. Like I know at least one of the places it's going to get seen.
Yes, Casey is definitely good for that. She's going to make sure that we all see it. And also with our clients. So she's no different with her client and with us. So just making sure that she puts it every place. So it's like no one can say that, oh, you didn't do this or you didn't send me this. Yes, I did. I have it in 1, 2, 3, 4 places that you can go and you can check, which is awesome. So this is why I love these tools that we have. I'm pretty sure there's other tools, but what works for us is ClickUp and also Slack. Those are the 2 platforms that we absolutely love. Some people, I don't know, they have a love-hate relationship with Slack, but I love Slack. Anybody else want to add to that?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, we're organizing the day and creating those agendas. So I spoke on that a little bit earlier, but so what I wanted to say was I realized that I cannot focus. I cannot, like, everything is scattered and jumbled in my head. I can't figure it out if it's not placed in front of me. So I started creating those checklists, and now I go by them. And, you know, in addition to ClickUp, because we definitely live by ClickUp, I keep that running document of those tasks and those checklists just to keep me on board. My thing is, if I didn't write it down, I never heard it. I forget so much. So I gotta get it written out black and white in front of me, and that just works for me. So yeah, organizing your day is very, very important.
Awesome. Thank you. Bree, you wanted to say something?
Actually, I was going to say exactly what you just said. I actually have my notebook. I make, there's something about just manually that I absolutely lose. ClickUp very, very, very happy on my phone, it's laptop, on my iPad. So systems, it definitely keeps you on track and whatever, you know, works, but definitely seeing what's ahead helps you know everything that you have to do.
Awesome. Cora?
So I am one that decided that Sundays I kind of need to plan for the week. And so normally Sunday I bring out my list and do the non-negotiables. And then we add some tasks in there. It may change from day to day, but I at least try to see. I have an amazing 6-year-old who likes to, you know, get on mom nerves at sometimes. So I have to make time for that. So I've learned if I plan it and then from there take my daily tasks, I get more done. Plus, when he goes to school, you know, all moms are like, we're going to get as much done in these 6 hours that you're not here as possible before life happens. So, but I do commend Casey because ClickUp, okay, I'm going to be honest. I know I recommend ClickUp to all my clients, but I did not understand ClickUp. So I just recommended it because I liked it. But I fell in love with it when I learned what Casey can do with ClickUp. So then I just be copying and pasting some of her templates into the personal one so that I can just, you know, because it helps to have paper. But sometimes when you're on the go, you forget that you had a task that was assigned. So getting all those lovely dings from ClickUp definitely keeps me on track because you can't say you didn't see it, although I tried sometimes. Sorry, Kate. And she'd be like, nope, I know I got the same email, so I know you got it. And I'm like,
Yeah. I see the updates. I'm a watcher on all of them.
yeah, I be trying to get out of them, like, in case he'd be like, nope, I know you saw that. I'd be like,
I think we all keep running like written lists, but I think because we all prefer to like write it down, we use ClickUp for deliverables and assignments because there's so many tasks throughout the day. It would take us longer to put them in the system, but at some point they need to be in there because if it's not there, it just didn't happen, and it's what we were beginning to live by. There's so much happening at one time. You have to have a way to manage it.
Absolutely. So this is why I love this team because they work together, you know, and nobody gets away with nothing with Casey around now. Not even me.
we try. We really do try. She'd be like, I saw that. No.
You know? I mean, what systems are for?
Try if you says no.
Exactly.
Is that a true one, Cora? A true one?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I appreciate it.
Yes, we definitely appreciate Casey because she keeps us all together. Hiring a virtual assistant team to assist. So this is why we're here. We gave you all that lovely information and tips on how to get yourself organized and get the busyness out of your business. And that number one thing is definitely creating SLPs and then delegating tasks that, you know, that's just taking up too much time. And then creating an agenda for the day so to keep yourself organized so you don't forget things, right? And then also, what's the last thing? Outsource items that you that doesn't need your direct attention. And those are usually your recurrent items that really don't need your approval. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many steps it is to get it done. And you can delegate that task to a virtual assistant. And that probably most likely will probably take 10 hours a month, right? And until you build that trust with the virtual assistant or a team, right? And then you start increasing your hours. You only need your assistant for a lot of hours that you need to do administrative work. And that's usually 40% of your time, which is administrative stuff. But start off small. And if you are a 6, a 7, or 8-figure woman in business, you need a team, sis. You need a team, whether you're a coach or a consultant or a nonprofit or a corporation. You need someone that is going to be able to help you with the administrative tasks, the marketing, the social media, putting systems in place, EVA, which is executive virtual assistant, and systems as well, and someone who's techie to take care of your website maintenance or even the maintenance of your systems. You don't have time to do all of that. You really don't. So you really do need someone who is skilled in that and love to do it. So I put a link in the chat for you to book a call with us. If you are ready to book a call and any of this resonated with you and you say, yes, I'm ready to take the busyness out of my business, then click that link and book a call, a 30-minute free consultation with us so that we can learn about you and your business and you can learn about us. Other than us being on this platform, you see how well we all work together. You'll see that in real life when we do work together. So any last thoughts, ladies, before we end this live? Okay. No last thoughts. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you did tune in live. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat on what platform you're on, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook, right? Or to YouTube. Put them in the chat and ask us those questions. If there's any topics that you want us to discuss within the next 4 weeks, let us know. So we'll be here for 4 weeks. And then, hopefully, you'll book a call with us. All right, guys. Thank you and have a blessed evening.